I'm Carson.
And I'm Jack.
And this is
Dweeb Wars.
Every week, we help a nerdy expert solve one of life's greatest dweeby mysteries.
Whoever wins the most debates by the end of the season becomes the
Head Dweeb in charge.
Today's debate.
Our drafts for the 100 gays that would take on a gorilla.
Here's who we'd like to see.
That's right.
We got you covered.
We are gonna help you out.
Yeah.
Work it, queen. Yeah, we are divas, yeah. Work it, yeah. Work it.
Work it, yeah. Wow.
And
oh
that
my God.
is my new submission for Eurovision.
Yeah. Interesting point.
What? You think we should do a Eurovision episode?
No. I might have one or two of them on my list.
Really?
Really. Hey everyone, welcome back to Dweeb Wars.
Welcome to Dweeb Wars. Jack, I feel like it's been like years.
I
no?
know. It has.
It hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
But it feels
and yet,
as such.
I think sometimes it feels different when it's just you and me.
Right.
In this position where it's
Right.
like where you're over there and I'm over here, you know?
Right. No one to get in the way of our friendship. No guest to really like get in the way of.
Right, no fight.
Yeah,
to get in the way.
exactly.
Yeah, which I'm happy about. You know, this close to the finale of Dweeb Wars, season 1, because it was getting too intense for me.
I know, and when someone's gonna win, and we're gonna have to request something of the other, and it's gonna get tense.
Yeah, but not today.
Not today.
Today
is peaceful.
Yes, I saw on TikTok by a creator named Sophie. Shoot.
Worked.
Am I talking really loud? I can't hear you at all, or my own voice really,
I think it's because both
my
of our
ears
are
behind.
blocked. Yeah.
Yours?
Well, mine are blocked by fabric. That's quite a block.
Mine are blocked by 180-degree cardboard. So if I'm yelling, I should probably
I think you are talking a little loud, but
okay. Sorry,
I don't mind.
Sorry, you guys. Okay, so Sophie on TikTok, I came across this thing, which was 100 women versus gorilla. So obviously 100 men versus gorilla has been a topic recently.
Yeah.
But I saw Sophie create her 100 women versus gorilla, who she would actually draft to take on this gorilla. And then it got me thinking.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Yes. And she also, which I thought was pretty genius, made a bunch of different
roles.
Yes. So we have the bait and sacrifice, we have the strategist, among other things. And I thought, why don't we make 100 gays versus a gorilla?
One gorilla.
Yeah.
I thought it was completely genius when you sent it to me. And here we are today to hash it out. Our drafts for the 100 gays that would take on a gorilla.
Here's who we'd like to see. All right. So firstly, we're starting with the bait.
I love the touch of a real piece of paper. A lot of times we're working, obviously when me and Jack are debating during our regular show, we use laptops, we use presentations, but there's nothing like a piece of paper. I feel like I'm about to give a speech.
Speak at the UN.
Literally.
Yeah.
I wonder if after hearing this podcast, the UN might
hit us up for a brand deal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, 100 gays versus one gorilla. Here's who would be the bait or sacrifices. First come to mind, Troye Sivan.
Okay, I have him on my list.
Really? Not as a bait or sacrifice?
He's on my bench warmers.
Okay, he's not doing much, but he's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Birdo.
I have Birdo on my list! Girl, I have Birdo on my list. And I was like, I don't think they're going to like that it's not a human being.
No. I didn't think it was going to be controversial because she wasn't a human. I thought it was going to be controversial because people were going to be like, she's not a sacrifice.
I don't think she is either.
But here's the thing. I do think communicating with a non-human folk might be hard to get them to understand the deal. You know, this is going to take like extreme strategic planning, and Birdo might get a little bit lost in the sauce.
Yeah. Jim Parsons.
Yep. 100% could be there. Okay, this one's going to be a little crazy.
Tell me.
Everybody better be jumping.
No, I was going to put him on my list.
Okay.
I was going to put him on my list. I mean,
you didn't?
Obviously, he's like a Lohanthony type figure.
Right. He's gone straight.
A gay gone straight. So
I still consider that gay.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
But I do consider him a sacrifice because, number one, I do think he'd be good at drawing the attention.
Yeah.
And number 2, I don't like where we are now with him.
I considered him for the last resort category. Raven Simone.
Wow. Okay, I feel as though some of these I might even throw under Human Shield.
Okay, wow. She would be great as that as well.
Me. I also
Jack.
think I am a sacrifice in the situation.
Jack.
I do. What?
No, you're not. Because you, to me, are in the next category. Strategists.
Oh, well, I'm honored.
You have way more to offer than bait and sacrifice.
Thank you.
You might not think you're very strong physically.
I'm not.
But mentally, I think you are.
Well, thank you.
Extremely
I just
powerful.
have some strategists on my list where I'm like, I don't know if I can compete with these
for it.
girls. Leonardo da Vinci, who was never married.
I didn't know we were doing Dead or Alive.
Well, why not?
I guess I have
If we
Birdo
can do
on my
Birdo,
list.
she's timeless.
For some reason, Birdo like transcended this list for
Right.
me. Like,
yeah, Leonardo da Vinci. Okay.
fantastic.
Unmarried, never
choice.
married. There's some suspicion that he's gay. I can't ask him. He's made so many inventions. He's made amazing paintings. He has so many skills.
A shoe in for leader as well. But I think strategists, you're right.
I have leaders.
You have some better leaders.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having a problem.
That's okay. That's okay. I have some Coors Light.
I'm trying. I don't
Have
know
some
if it
Coors Light.
helps.
Hindered. Parvati.
Oh.
In fact, every single person on this list, it has played a reality strategy
I
game.
can't believe I don't have her on my list.
I have
Parv
Parvati.
is great.
I know. I think she would be amazing. Imagine this team.
Level-headed.
Yes.
But
yes.
also, she might flirt with the gorilla.
That's right. Tyler Oakley.
Oh.
I think
really
Tyler
good
has a
one.
really strategic mind.
He's done so well on The Amazing Race
So
twice.
well in The Amazing Race twice. He is a gamer. He is very just intelligent. I think that he would do really well.
William Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
His works are timeless, right?
Not for a
And-
halftime show?
No. No.
Strategist.
I think in order to create art that is still talked about hundreds of years later,
You got to have a marketing scheme. You
there
gotta have a
is
strategy.
something strategic about what he was doing.
My next on the list, Andy Rueda from
Survivor.
Survivor, Bisexual King.
Yes.
Strategist above all.
Yeah.
Operation Italy.
Yes.
The
Emotional, and he's a little chaotic as well. But like
Yes.
sometimes you need that in a battle against a gorilla.
Yeah, we're in a battlefield fighting a gorilla. Like we're not doing the mundane. We're doing the chaotic here.
Right.
And so I think Andy would be in his element.
Yeah, I do think people would respect that.
Yeah.
As well. Operation Goridally.
Operation Goridally.
Next up, we have leaders. Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
I do.
Famous gay.
And we've seen it all before. I mean, he not only was able to end a cruel period of American history, huge war, which he won, of course.
Yeah.
His height would inherently
Promote leadership.
promote leadership.
Yes.
People would be able, in 100 people, be able to look towards
All you
him
need
in a
is
time.
one.
All you need is one
100
Abe.
people could be on
And
a
he's
gorilla
honest.
battlefield.
And he's honest.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
T.S. Madison.
Of course.
I think that T.S. Madison would be a fantastic leader.
Of course.
Be able to speak to anyone, give good critique,
Yep.
be loving,
be
but
honest. If she
Yes.
says, you know what, your attack
Yes.
wasn't that good.
Yeah. Pete Buttigieg.
I have Pete Buttigieg as
Of
well.
course. Yeah. For a leader.
Yeah, for a leader.
Fantastic.
So
that's
we
a lock.
agree.
That's a lock in.
That's a lock. Electra, mother of the House of Abundance, from Pose. I considered putting Electra under the verbal assault category because of how good she is at reading a bitch. Although I did decide that she is a leader first. She's a mother. She knows how to whip whippersnappers into shape.
Yeah.
A ballroom is war, you know,
So
and
true.
and competing
So true.
against other houses is war. She's unfazed. When the gorillas ripped, 60, 70 of our gays in half,
You gotta
Electra
have
is
someone-
going to have the one who's going to say, okay, well, let's get the job done now.
Yes. On to financiers and funders, and
Yep.
I'm sure we have one of the same.
I'm sure.
RuPaul.
I don't.
Really?
No, I have RuPaul elsewhere.
Really?
I thought about that. I went for even richer. I went for even bigger.
Tim Cook.
Yes.
Yes, I
Tim
have him on the
Cook.
list as well. Yes.
I have Tim Cook, of
Okay,
course.
fantastic.
Now, some of the people aren't going to like this
What?
because it's not necessarily true. But some people think it's true, so I'm using it in this case.
About gay allegations?
Taylor Swift. there are many Gaylor supporters out there. And I'm not going to get too into the weeds. Firstly, because I don't know the weeds that much. In at least some sense, she's going to want to protect 100 gays, 100 iconic gays. You know,
Yeah.
she's like...
Here's the real question I have. When we're talking about 100 gays versus one gorilla, really the thought experiment is, could 100 people take a gorilla?
Yeah.
But if we're talking like barricades and
Right.
weapons,
if we're talking about tanks.
I think the gorilla is kaput.
Yeah, that's fair.
So even one
Is
of
it
these
just your hands? It's your hands.
even
yeah.
one of these financiers,
Might be fine.
I feel might be fine. So to me, it's more risky to put Taylor on the list if, in fact, she ends up being completely straight. Because then the whole thought experiment's ruined.
All right, well then I'll switch her out for RuPaul. I have RuPaul as well.
Work.
But
Gorilla walks off the field, says, "What are we doing here, you guys? We're trying to find out who's going to win 100 gays versus one gorilla, and we only have 99 gays."
Well, but you could say the same about, like, you know, Leonardo da Vinci.
I know, but Leonardo da Vinci's gay.
Okay. Elon Musk's daughter, Vivian Wilson.
Yes, fantastic. Does
Now,
she have the
I don't
money?
think she's getting access to the money, but I wonder,
the money?
in a pinch, if she could break into his house and find his Dogecoin password, send it to our accounts, and get the war started against the gorilla.
I think it's a fantastic idea. I'm not. Wouldn't she have done it already? I
A
think
backup answer, and you know, what
great
if
one.
what
I'm
if we
writing it
can't
down.
get Tim to come? What if we can't get Tim Cook to join us?
I know. Well, then we're gonna have to. We need 100 gays.
Right.
Period.
Yeah. Costume design. I have Adam Lambert. So hear me out. He's always had a unique point of view and a unique look. Gay, but a little bit of emo. A star over the eye. Everyone does.
Okay.
A hairdo with a little...
Okay.
You don't like it?
I think it would be interesting.
Yeah.
I believe my costume design team to be one of my strongest on the list.
Okay.
And to
So
me,
you hate Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert.
I can't win. Every time
Have
you're
some
trying to take people off my list.
I thought you've had some amazing ideas. Everyone better be jumping. I was too cowardly to put him on the list.
All right, just
design
go.
crew. For concept, St. Vincent
That's cool.
and La Roche.
yeah.
For construction, we have Christian Siriano
Yeah.
and Utica Queen.
Oh, that would be great.
For makeup, we have Raven and Nikki Tutorials.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about Nikki.
And for hair, we have Jonathan Van Ness.
Wow. Okay, you really have the glam squad. 14 out of our 100 are costume designers.
yeah, our biggest bracket yet.
Now we have distractions category.
We have distractions. People who are going to distract the gorilla, sort of confuse him, I feel.
Nicole Page Brooks.
I have Nicole Page Brooks other places, actually.
Okay. I think Nicole Page Brooks, when she's on the
actually
TV
don't.
screen, I can't look away.
I know.
And I wish she would come back when she disappears on the TV screen. The gorilla is going to notice Nicole and not even going to be mad that she's distracting.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when someone's like hooting and hollering, distracting, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I can tune
No,
them out. Yeah.
Not Nicole Page Brooks.
Right. Alex Consani.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Her little alien noises. She has a way,
Yeah.
just like Nicole Page Brooks.
In case the gorilla is a lesbian, Renee Rapp.
I have Renee Rapp other places.
Okay.
I have Renee Rapp under First Attack.
Okay.
I think she could pack a punch.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. I just think that every lesbian I know is obsessed with Renee Rapp.
Of course.
And if the gorilla happens to be a lesbian. It's gonna take one person.
You know what? Most of the people I have here are just huge personalities that would distract the gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
But I have one sort of attraction distraction as well.
Okay.
Which is Lee Pace.
Oh. I can't even speak. I'm sick.
If the gorilla's a gay man,
If the gorilla's anyone.
we just have him walk out nude, completely. We can't even
I'm distracted.
speak. We can't even speak.
I'm distracted.
I know.
Kurt from Glee. Even the straight people in my family, whenever he was on TV on Glee.
Really?
He was an impactful character.
Who played him?
I have no idea. He's probably going to sing a ballad with Lea Michele.
With a fantastic
And he's going
feminine voice.
And he's going to sing the high part.
Perhaps that is the distraction technique.
I do believe
And
that singing...
this is why you're a
singing-
strategist.
Singing
He's
can
a
be
fantastic
distracting. That's what I was getting
Yes.
at.
You know, I have a singer on
because
here.
I have my next
Jojo
one.
Siwa.
Oh, okay, I have JoJo elsewhere.
Okay.
That's a great one, though.
Distraction.
For distraction.
Hey, gorilla!
And glitzy and
Glitzy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
costumes.
like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Dancing. She is dancing. She has the voice. She has the costume. There's so many distracting elements with JoJo.
She also is distracting in the press.
She's distracting in the press.
She's on your TikTok feed. Conchita Wurst from Eurovision, who is the bearded opera singer from Italy, I believe.
That's a fantastic choice.
Yes, again, a musical distraction. Long hair and the beard.
Yeah.
It's a fashion distraction as well, and she's stunningly beautiful.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, I feel like hair might be a unique thing for a gorilla who has a lot of hair.
Right.
So to be like, oh, maybe I could create my beard like that, right? Maybe I could maybe
groom
get
like
a
that.
press,
Right.
you know, for the rest of my hair. Fantasia Royale Gaga.
Wow.
The breasts.
Yes, that would work.
You can't look away.
Yeah, a little shake goes a long way.
You could use them as a weapon.
True. Verbal assault.
These are the people who would verbally assault the gorilla, which would therefore help the cause of the 100 gays versus the gorilla.
Right.
The demon twink.
Ooh, from the boat.
The demon twink from the Gay
Britney
Flower
boat,
Britney boat.
Yes.
Still anonymous. No one knows who the demon twink is, but we do know that he caused a complete ruckus. I mean, the world was talking about the demon twink.
Yep.
I think the demon twink would be a great asset to us.
I love it. Cupcake.
I have Cupcake elsewhere.
You do? Okay. You often can hear her spitting rap rhymes like the new beautiful song, My Bed Bugs Ate My hard-hitting lyrics that aren't necessarily like too mean-spirited toward the gorilla, 'cause we don't want it to make it extra angry, I was thinking.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But that do make it confused, laugh, all the emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cola Scola.
Oh, that's a great one.
They're so quick.
Yes.
They can confuse the gorilla. I also have Meg Stalter.
I have Meg Stelter elsewhere.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
She is confusing.
This might be
She confuses straight people.
Of course, yeah.
Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Mistress. I considered putting her. She has to go on the team.
Yeah, I do think so.
Okay.
Finally, I have from that video. Ich heiße Bitch.
Yes. Oh my
From
God.
the German gay man on the street interview.
Wie viele Ex-Freunde hast du schon mal gehabt, Bitch? Bitch, guck mich mal an. Guck mal, was für eine Schönheit ich bin. 10. Oh mein Gott!
Gra-ta-ta-ta. It's
What
just,
an
I don't
amazing-
even know what they're
I
saying.
haven't even thought about that person in a long time.
Yeah. It speaks 1,000 words, but
Yes.
also it doesn't at all. It speaks no
what's-
words to me.
You know what's great about that too is that those are things that would hype up our team, actually raises the spirits
Right.
of everyone we're with, and degrades the
The gorilla. Assuming it's not gay
Assuming it's not gay.
and can't speak English.
I know, but
Whatever. We're taking our chances here.
we're taking our chances.
Conservationist.
Yeah.
This is someone who is worried about the gorilla's well-being.
I have people from the PETA website of gay people they shouted out who are friends of the earth and animals.
Okay.
Alan Cumming,
Oh, really?
famous vegan,
Vegan.
really supports animal rights, loves his dog.
Okay.
Jane Lynch,
I have Jane Lynch
elsewhere, not on the PETA website, but I do believe Nina West would make sure that we are not. It is a fight to the death.
Right.
Right.
But that
But that the
Honorable.
gorilla, we're honoring the contract that we set out with the gorilla when we sat down with the gorilla and said, okay, we're going to have a fight to death. And so, you know, no one's breaking any rules, that the gorilla is not being blindsided.
Sure. I have no reason to put my people.
Okay, talk to me.
And yet, it just was a feeling because of how nice they are. The winners of the Amazing Race, Ricky and Cesar.
You know what? Ricky and Cesar would be fantastic.
I think
They
so,
really
right?
would be.
They are caring.
They are caring.
Thank you.
I just said that so aggressively. They are caring.
So that's all I've got.
Are you counting them? Sometimes I have a duo. Like
I
Sugar
counted
and
that as
Spice.
one.
As one, right? Now it is time for our first
Wave
gay
of
attack. Our first gay attack against the gorilla. Sha'Carri Richardson.
Oh, wow.
Runner.
She's going to get in there quick.
Quick. Bi queen.
She's bi?
Yeah, she's bi.
Work.
Nails. claw in to the gorilla.
Love.
Sha'Carri, super fast.
That's a perfect first wave.
Sha'Carri Richardson. I'm drunk.
Okay.
Okay.
I went for a ranged attack.
Oh, wow.
I went for
Marvelous.
Marsha P. Johnson throwing the first brick at the gorilla. 100 gays versus a gorilla.
That's fantastic.
And Marsha P. Johnson
fantastic.
must throw the first brick.
It's an amazing idea. Bretman Rock. Muscles.
Okay.
Hit him.
Done. Korra of the Legend of Korra.
Fantastic choice.
I just,
Yup.
honestly, she might be able to do it alone.
And if we're in water,
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
And
Can
if we're
gorillas
anywhere,
swim?
really. What?
Can gorillas swim?
I don't see why not. Humans can.
True. Okay. Megan Rapinoe.
Soccer.
Soccer.
Okay.
Again, another fast
Yeah.
queen.
Yeah. Albus Dumbledore.
First wave with magic?
Yeah. You don't think that
Hey,
counts?
are we bending the rule? I mean, it just depends.
I went bold. Even if it like the magic won't happen, same with Korra, that's worth 1 out of 100
To see.
to try.
Try.
Because he might be able to do it in one go.
I agree. Ariana DeBose
Did the thing.
did the thing, as in killed a gorilla. Okay,
All right,
that's
time
end
for
of
the
my list.
halftime show. We've been battling the gorilla. The gorilla gets tired. We get tired. We decide to have a little truce, and we perform.
Cynthia Erivo,
Okay.
headline.
I forgot that she's gay. Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo, headline, with a Frank Ocean.
Oh, wow.
Co-headline.
Okay, love it. Laura from Cat's Eye.
I have 2 fits of Cat's Eye. Megan and Lara.
Oh, Megan's gay?
She just came out.
Really?
During Pride Month, yes. Because
Congrats,
Megan
queen.
said, Megan said, "Happy Pride, Lara." And then Lara on live said, "You too." And then Megan went, and then she said, "Should I just do it?" And Lara was like, "Okay." And then Megan was like, "I'm bi, you guys."
Miss Juicy, baby.
Miss Juicy, baby.
Who has
Yes.
said that she's not gay, although there are so many videos of her, of people saying, "Happy Pride, Queen, Happy Pride, you're gay, oh my God, Miss Juicy's gay," and then she's like, "Gay? Who said I'm gay?" And I love those videos. You don't think she belongs here?
She hasn't once said that she's gay?
No, it's a meme.
Jack.
You don't think she can be here?
Do you think it ruins the experiment? 100 gays versus 1 gorilla.
But look.
I am not gay. I am not gay.
I'm obsessed with Miss Juicy. You know how I love her. I don't think. I think
All
if
right,
it's 99
fine.
gays, I think I think the experiment doesn't work.
Whatever, fine. I'm exchanging her for Prince.
I have the lesbian in If I Were a Fish.
If
I
I
were
were
a
non-binary.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea.
You'd say, look at that fish for a halftime.
Don't you think? Everyone would live.
Yeah, true.
Even the
gays
gorilla.
would gag.
Do you have one more?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I have Sophie. A Sophie set would go crazy, I think, ultimately.
You know I saw her live.
Really?
Yeah.
Lucky.
It was so magical.
Ugh,
It was
I'm
incredible.
jealous.
That one really hit
Sorry.
hard.
Sorry.
No, it would be like, why am I getting emotional?
Transcendental.
Why am I getting emotional about the
Transcendental.
gorilla versus
Yeah.
the 100 gays concert?
Yeah. Okay, it's time for the emotional support category. Because some people are going to get really upset
And
when
we
they
need
get hurt, if they die, if their friends die.
Kate McKinnon.
Okay. Oh, yeah, funny.
Funny.
Comic relief.
Lighten the mood. Also seems pretty nice.
Yeah. Kenzie Petty from Survivor, winner.
I love that as a
think
choice.
That
yeah.
is, I think, her whole winning strategy.
Yeah.
Was to be kind and there for people. She was there for Ben, who had anxiety
Ben.
every night. I
Yeah.
just think she'd be a perfect.
Yes, I think
emotional
that's
support.
a great choice. Dylan Mulvaney.
Uh-huh.
Amazing. The thing is,
Yeah.
I know Dylan personally.
True.
Grew up in San Diego.
It'd be an easy ask to get her on the
yeah,
field.
exactly. Like, hey, you want to fight a gorilla? Like,
Yeah.
She also is kind of down for anything.
Yeah.
And also, she is genuinely, she's always been, like, the nicest person ever. Karamo from
Queer Eye.
Queer Eye. That's his whole thing.
Yeah, true. That literally is his
That's
whole thing.
literally his thing.
It's
Emotional support.
True. Ian McKellen
Ian McKellen.
Yeah, I just think he would be so sweet.
Yeah.
And he's gone on so many adventures in movies, right? That he might be able to tap into that as like a, inspirational thing.
Ariana Madix. She is now the host of Love Island US. And her whole thing is sort of talking to people. How are you feeling?
Right.
What do you want next?
Right.
What are your goals?
Time for the first aid category.
Yeah.
When something goes wrong, who's ready
going
to
be there to
fix it?
patch it up?
Yep.
Gay actors who have played doctors on TV. Zachary Quinto, Sara Ramirez, and Lena Waithe have all played doctors on TV. They probably know about the medical field.
Right.
They probably know how to patch us up.
Love it.
And they're gay. That's what I know about them.
Okay. Chloe from Dance Moms is a lesbian.
Yes, and knows the body, breaking bones.
Not
probably.
only that, but also I know that her girlfriend, or maybe ex-girlfriend now, I'm not sure, got her lip bitten off by a dog.
I know that girl.
And so I wonder if also she might have helped in the healing process of that. Alexander the Great.
Gay?
Allegedly. He's
Now,
been
did
in
Alexander
war.
the Great heal people?
Well, I think he's seen war a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't think
Do you
he'd be squeamish like many people from the 21st century would be.
Yeah. Don't you think Alexander
Leader.
the Great might be better at leader or first wave, second wave?
I was wondering about that, but then I'm like, is his leadership style like
A bit aggressive?
antiquated?
To be, like,
Also,
put in
I'm
his
not
place?
like necessarily every role has to only be that role. Like I would hope that when the halftime show is over, like some of these girls might get in there, take a punch or two. You know what I mean? So like next we have our second attack, our second waves of attack on the gorilla.
I have Ricky Thompson.
Okay.
Ricky T.
Yeah.
I think he has gusto, but I think first wave, he might be knocked down a little bit. I think second wave, he's going to pack a punch. He is such a sort of energy, such a passion, but I think we need him in second wave.
Yeah. Miss J. Alexander.
I have Miss J.
Where?
Other places.
Miss J would be able to move in a beautiful and strong way.
Okay.
With heels that then she could then roundhouse kick. But I do believe that just given her age, I think she's in her 60s now,
Yeah, I know.
she might be less inclined to be like one of the quickest ones at the front of the pack.
Right. Julia Fox.
Okay. Love it.
I actually had her in a more of a supporting position, and then I was like, I actually think Julia would want to fucking get in there and fight the gorilla.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't you think?
Definitely.
But she doesn't feel first wave to me. She feels like
she's a little more demure.
Elvira.
Ooh. Vampire.
Get him.
That'd be perfect.
Yes.
If by this point, if the gorilla is maimed and tired, is she going to be the one to go for the jugular? Literally.
Yeah.
Bella Ramsey.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Maybe
think so.
the choreo,
I think
you know, that
so.
maybe they've learned in The Last of Us. And also, even before that, more combat. They died in battle in Game of Thrones. They at
True.
least have, like, choreo for battle.
Bella needs to go here. You're so right.
Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
I have Silky elsewhere.
Really? Based on the lip syncs from the last All Stars she was on, you never know the surprises she's going to whip out. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You don't like it.
No, I think she'd be fantastic. I think she'd be fantastic literally so many places in this lineup. I think we need Silky on the team.
Okay.
I think she'd be a fantastic distraction.
Yeah.
I think she would be amazing as verbal assault.
Yeah.
I put her as human shield, which we can talk about later.
Yeah.
Let's go to defense.
Who are our gay soldiers that are going to defend 100 gays versus a gorilla?
One gorilla. Tyrus from the Dancing Dolls.
Tyrus, did you just fart?
Tyrus can release a fart.
A gaseous,
A
noxious
gaseous that I believe is a defense mechanism. Right? That it's a defense thing, right?
Right.
Don't come too close. It's like
right?
a skunk. Yeah. It's not necessarily a run out right into the field. It's like if the gorilla gets too close, it's
Fire at will.
Yes, fire at will.
Yeah. Tilda Swinton.
Wow. Is Tilda queer now?
From what I understand, she's bisexual.
Wow.
Or no, maybe she's queer. And you know what? You might be fooled because she's small, but I just couldn't get it out of my head.
I love that girl.
The idea of her like line backing.
That girl. And this is where we're gonna have to discuss. I have Birdo. Birdo shoots eggs out
yeah.
of her mouth.
Right.
Birdo has more to offer, Jack.
I just think it was the only character I put on that didn't speak English. And so I was worried about her
But
ability
Birdo
to
speaks
take
body
command.
language. Don't you think?
Sure.
Birdo understands Mario and Luigi, who say, wahoo! They speak English.
You're right. Sophie Anderson of the Cock Destroyers. So sad. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I love her. If the gorilla's charging, she might be able to stop it mid-track and say,
With her large breasts.
I thought I was supposed to be an advocate for positivity.
Positivity.
Like, maybe, like, be like, we don't have to fight.
Yes.
And then, of course, we do. But,
Yeah.
like, then we're just going to get, like, a surprise round on
Right.
him once he says, like, okay, I'll lay down my arms. And then also the bazongas. I thought our
I know.
defense.
Yeah, weapons. Just like
Well, they're, like,
Fantasia.
also, like, she has armor.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Airbags.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jodie Foster.
Really?
She played a character, Silence of the Lambs, that I think is all about defense, right? Escaping, evading, a killer.
Yeah. Titus Andromedon.
Kimmy Schmidt?
From Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
I love that.
I believe that Titus has an unbreakable spirit. And I don't
course.
really believe
Yes.
that any amount of damage to the body could get him to move out of his post.
Yes.
If we have put him there.
Yeah.
I have you.
Jack.
You have you?
I have me.
I have you.
I can't believe you put me there.
Yeah.
I can't believe you put me there.
I can. Of
Really?
course,
Because
it was
I
your
thought
spot.
I thought it was a bit unexpected to put me there, but I thought I
Really?
was like, I really think that's where I would do best.
Yeah, well, because I know you
That
don't want to
is
get in
so
there.
fucking crazy. I really wasn't expecting. I thought I was about to blow your mind saying me.
No, it was obvious. There was
Really?
no other
Tell me
place for
why.
you.
Tell me why. Damn. There is no other place
No,
you can go.
but you are extremely strong. You're very smart. But I know you don't want to go get in there.
That's right.
I
don't
know
wanna
you don't want to put yourself in danger.
Yes.
But if you're in danger, I do believe that you'll be able to get out of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I was like, you could be emotional support, but like, then the way you talk sometimes is always like, you're always like, well, it could be like this, but but the gorilla didn't really mean it. And you know, you put too many
Caveats. Yeah.
caveats
speak
where
in
like
circles.
someone just wants a hug.
Yeah.
And you would not be a great distraction. I
I could work
think.
myself up to it, but it's not where I belong.
You definitely aren't a good financer. And
Holy
no,
shit.
just kidding. Now you are.
Yeah.
All right.
We are on to the negotiators for 100 gays versus one gorilla.
Gabby Windy. Put her at the table with the gorilla. It's not even going to know what she's saying. And that's a good thing. Like she's going to confuse them. Let's make peace. And eventually the gorilla will be like, okay, I'll just sign whatever. I'm on the dotted line.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, yeah. I do think, though, that is more of a distraction. If we're realizing, okay, the gorilla is not responding to confusion, we need to bring in the negotiators.
Oh, I don't know,
To
though.
me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I think a negotiation, if someone tells you you can't leave until you figure something out, and one person yapping and yapping and yapping for like 48
Yeah.
hours, eventually, if you're not them and they're still going, you might be like, okay, whatever you want.
but here's the thing. Is the gorilla just going to continue to punch until somebody makes a good point? I have contrapoints.
Yeah, well,
Incredible
that's
video
the winner.
essayist.
That's the winner. If she can't negotiate, it's not happening.
It's not happening.
Clinton from What Not to Wear.
I have no idea who that is.
Stacey and Clinton?
I have no idea who
Are
you're
you
talking
kidding
about.
me?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Leave. Okay, well then I won't say too much, but
Talk to me about what that is.
you would submit for someone else who had terrible fashion.
Okay, I think it's coming back to me.
Then they would get surprised by Stacey and Clinton, who would give them a makeover, and you'd have to throw away all your clothes. That show, in many ways, is a negotiation. Asking the person, like, are you willing to give up this life of drab fashion?
Yeah.
And try something new and put
Yeah.
yourself out there.
Demi Lovato. Because Demi, I just picture this video of Demi negotiating with a ghost.
Yeah, she can do a ghost. She can do a gorilla. Amy Ordman.
I have Amy Orman on Benchwarmers.
Really?
I have Amy Orman on Benchwarmers. I don't think Amy's negotiating.
But
Just chatting.
Amy's a tough cookie, and she's a businesswoman, and
Yeah,
she
she
knows
is-
what she wants.
You know what?
And she
You know
goes
what?
after what she wants, and she does not take no for an answer.
The minute you're saying that, I'm actually retracting what I'm saying. You're so right. When I was about to change jobs, Amy was like, I need to look at your letter. What are you saying? Here's what you need to ask for.
Yeah.
Here's the timeline.
Exactly.
She followed up. She wasn't even in the same city. She was like, so have you sent it yet?
Yeah,
I think
she's an organizer.
I think I was mistaking her love of being comfortable with complacency. And she's not.
No, she'll do anything for someone she loves. So if we asked her
I'm
this
so
favor,
sorry, Amy, if
if
you're
we
watching
asked
this.
her this favor, she would do it.
She would do it.
Yeah. All right, now I'm on to bench warmers.
There's a fine line between bench warmer and bait. Sugar and spice.
Yeah, but they're a little different. They're a little more like out there.
And they're muscly.
Halsey.
Halsey's a great one. Not on my list. Considered, but not on my list.
Yeah, I have
Great
Halsey
one.
here.
Katya Zamo.
Perfect. She's not going anywhere.
No. She's sitting there.
Yeah.
There's something about the bench warmer category, and that's why, Amy, I hope if you're watching, you take this as a compliment. This is dream blunt rotation.
Oh my God.
There's a je ne sais quoi to the bench warmers that I kind of love.
Yeah, I would love to be there.
You're needed in
I
strategy.
guess I'm
You're
needed in the
the
strategy
most...
room or bait
Yeah.
room or bait runner. It's time for the cleanup crew.
Who is going to clean up the mess after 100 gays fight one gorilla?
It's going to be a lot of bad stuff.
It's going to be some cleanup.
I have Ellen.
Here you have Ellen.
Here I have Ellen DeGeneres.
Jack, I have to disagree with you on that.
It was more so of a thing I wanted her to have to do.
Right, but you know she wouldn't. I think she's bait. I think we're telling her, like, get out there. You're going to be a hero.
MC it. Host it.
Yeah.
I can see that. I think you're right.
Ellen's not cleaning. She's never had anyone. She's cleaned. She's never cleaned for herself.
I know you're right. I just wanted her to have to do it.
Yeah. Cammie Scott.
Really?
I think she's
She is a great cleaner.
extremely clean. She's organized.
Yeah.
She's responsible.
She is.
I think she would do a fantastic job with the battlefield.
Yeah, my only concern is that because she's vegan, will she not be okay with
Blood.
Tom Daly.
Interesting.
He's gonna dive into some water and whoosh, the water's gonna whoosh all the blood away. You don't like that idea?
I just don't think he's gonna dive into some water, which is
Into
gonna
a full
create
tub
a
of
tsunami?
water, which will then his body will displace the water and it will then wash away.
I think in
And
theory,
it's chlorinated.
I think it's it's
So
a fantastic idea.
It also gets rid of some of the bacteria.
Aren't divers famously good at not making a splash when they?
Well, but yeah. But I don't think
But
it has to be
I think
a splash.
I think he
It
might
could
be great at the
it
role.
could be an absolutely full water tank. Then he just has to displace the water. Although then anyone could displace
Anyone
the
could
water.
do it.
That's true.
I still think he might be great at the role, just cleaning, because I think he is.
He's a
kind of-
child.
he is a very he seems very cleaned up.
He has a
kind of.
kid too, which you have to clean up their
Where
messes.
did I put him? I put him in second wave.
Mm-hmm.
Wave.
Wave. We're both onto the same thing.
We just realized it. But we need more people.
Well, here's the thing. Then I have no cleaners to contribute.
We're putting him on cleanup duty. I don't care if it's wave or just him picking up some shit. But Tom's going on cleanup duty.
Okay.
Gigi Gorgeous
Okay.
might do a good job at cleaning up.
Yeah.
Again,
sure.
clean.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
She is clean.
Okay. The
Do you
rats
think
are.
the New York City rat czar
That
is
is
gay?
a fantastic idea. She's gotta be.
Right?
The rat czar is in control of ridding the rats from the streets. The rat czar. We need to do some research. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
She's giving gay to me.
Kathleen Karate.
I just found a speech by Eric Adams, who was speaking for Pride Month last year. My LGBTQ plus staff, Deputy Mary for Operations, Jeffrey Roth, Ryan Marola, blah, 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 blah. Kathleen Karate.
Yup. Okay. The rat czar, Kathleen
Yes,
Karate,
yes.
must be on cleanup, and she might be able to do it herself.
Our cleanup crew, after a brutal fight, 100 gays versus one gorilla, Tom Daly, Gigi Gorgeous, and Kathleen Karate, the rat czar of New York City, are 3 people cleaning up together. Work.
I mean, how many can we spare?
No, we can't. We need everyone in the fight.
Yeah.
Human shields.
Yeah. I went for bitches I don't like.
Really?
And who I want to just shove into the gorilla.
Really? I respect a shield.
Okay.
Okay.
Caitlyn Jenner.
I put her on last resort.
And maybe so.
I don't want her on the field unless I need her. Unless I need someone on the field.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like, any gay, come here.
I think we just have like fundamental differences on like what we see.
What human shield is.
Yeah. And my last resort, in fact, is like the secret weapon to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's like, if we're out of options. Okay. Interesting.
So this is going to be tough.
Okay. But that's okay.
Santino Rice.
Santino Rice. Okay.
George Santos.
Santos.
Yes. Aaron Schock. Now, I don't know if you remember him. He was a conservative Republican.
Who was like found on Grindr.
Well, now he's gay. And he lives in West Hollywood. And all these gays thirst over him. I've seen him several times. And I'm like, you guys, he was advocating against all of our rights, and then he just becomes some like hot thing in WeHo. Not on my watch. Get in there, make yourself useful, and if it doesn't go well, bye.
Okay, well, clearly we had some differences on
Yeah.
how we viewed
Sure.
human shield. These are people who I think are just sort of tanks.
Right.
Brittany Griner,
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Carl Nassib, the only gay NFL player on the NFL.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic human shield.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Last but not least, we have different ideas about last resort, but these are the people who I believe were out of gays. Stay in the back. I don't even want you guys fighting. I don't want you guys around. When we need you, we can bring you out. James Charles.
Okay.
If we need some extra bodies, get in there.
James Charles.
James Charles, get in there. Respect and love this queen. I don't think she's gonna be useful anywhere else. Georges. Moving on. Bert and Ernie, the puppets.
Totally. We don't
gay-
know if they're gonna be able to do anything.
Gay, but like, we need all the hands we can get.
Yeah.
I just
Literally.
think- yeah.
Wow, you have a lot of last resorts.
I have a lot. Yeah.
I only have one.
You've one.
It's my last resort.
Wow.
One secret weapon.
Wow. They might just talk too much and not actually get anything done. The cast of Ultimatum Queer Love.
The entire cast?
The cast of Ultimatum Queer Love.
Wow. Because they talk too much.
Like fighting, crying in a corner. I just don't think they're going to be working well together.
No,
in
definitely not.
any other. Like,
Definitely not. Here I have my last resort.
Okay.
My one secret weapon.
Tell me.
Ryan from High School Musical.
You know, I played him.
You did?
High School Musical.
I didn't know that.
I dyed my hair blonde.
Oh my god.
You didn't know me then.
I would love to see
But I
it.
would give
I
anything.
would have done anything to see it.
There might be some photos that exist still, but
Here's the
doubt it.
thing. Bop to the top. Think
Don't
about
ever
that.
stop.
No, but think about even just the title of that song. Bop to the top. Show some muscle. Do the hustle.
Ryan from High School Musical, and I love that it's the character and not the actor. Because I
No.
do believe the actor is straight.
I cannot believe that.
It baffled audiences everywhere.
Yeah.
At the
Regardless,
time,
it doesn't
straight
matter
man.
because Ryan is gay.
That's right. Wow. Jack, we have a fantastic lineup here.
I think we can do it.
I think we can fucking get this gorilla.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Well, look at that. We have 100 gays versus one gorilla.
100 gays versus one gorilla. Some of them are groups, but no matter, they come as packages.
The entire cast.
Of Ultimatum Queer Love.
That's like 20.
Listen,
It's one.
they move as a group. Well, Jack, it's been so great to kiki with you for so long. Who knew?
It might be the most we've ever talked ever.
We really had a lot to say.
Well, let us know if you have any other ideas you want us to discuss because this was fun.
What type of gorilla?
Silverback.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bye.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Comment ideas for us to discuss.
Yes.
Come back for Head Dweeb in charge crowning soon.
Yeah, we only have 2 more episodes until somebody is crowned Head Dweeb in charge, and then they have a request that the other person has to...
I'm sorry, you guys.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Bye!